Hello, dear students. Welcome to the economics class of Plus One Standard. Today, we are going to discuss a very important and interesting concept, that is production possibility curve, also termed as PPC. Here, production means the activity of production to produce goods and services. Possibility means all those chances which a producer may have during production, and curve means graphical presentation. So in this concept, let me discuss its definition first of all. That PPC is a graphical presentation of all those combinations of two goods which can be produced with available given resources on the assumption that resources are given, resources are fully and efficiently utilized, technique of production remains unchanged. Further, first of all, it is important to note here that this PPC concept is concerned with the economic agent producer who has various options to produce goods and services, and here we are going to take only two goods for production process, and the production decision is taken on the assumption that the resources, whatever resource producer have, are given in amount, and all those resources are fully and efficiently used, and the technology that is used by the producer in the production process, that remains constant throughout the process. So further, this PPC is also termed as production boundary, production frontier, transformation curve, and transformation line. All these are other names of PPC. Students, it is very important to note here that the figure drawn here along right side is the figure of PPC. Here we have shown good y on y-axis and good x on x-axis. The shape of the PPC curve is concave as indicated by the arrow. The slope and shape of the curve is opposite to the origin. That is why the arrow is marked starting from the origin towards the center of the axis. So this particular type of shape is termed as concave shape. So it is important to note here that production possibility curve is of concave shape, and while plotting the goods on x and y axis, it is important to note that good y is plotted on y axis. We always consider that particular good as good y whose values fall in the table, and the good whose value rises in the table is plotted on x-axis as good x. Let me consider how this shape has been derived. Dear students, as in the given table, we are given two goods. The very first is wheat and second is cloth, and the respective values are given as under. How we have categorized these goods, that which one is X good and which one is Y good. As we have discussed earlier that the variable whose value is increasing will take that as X variable and will plot that on X-axis, and the second variable whose value is decreasing will assume that as Y variable and will plot that on Y-axis. So here we have values of these two variables. Wheat value is 100, 90, 70, 40 and 0. The value of this variable is decreasing by the order of 10, 20, 30 and 40. The production of second item is given as 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Further, the value of this variable is increasing with the rate of 1 unit only. These five combinations shows that the different quantities of two goods that a producer can produce. The very first combination is 100 and 0. It means either producer can produce 100 quintal wheat or nothing is produced for cloth. The second combination shows that the producer can produce 90 quintals of wheat by producing some quantity of the cloth, that is 1000 bales. It means if producer employ his resources by withdrawing from the production of wheat and employ that in the production of cloth, it will increase their marginal rate of substitution. As further, producer has various other alternative combinations of production while he can choose during production. So the last combination shows that if producer employ all his resources in the production of cloth only and produce 4,000 bales of cloth and no resources used on the production of wheat, then the margin rate of transformation changes with a different rate. So with the values of this rate of change of wheat and cloth, we have calculated the value of MRT, that is termed as marginal rate of transformation, whose formula is change in y upon change in x variable. So by putting these rate of change values of y and x, we have calculated the values of MRT. In the very first combination, this value is not identified because these are values of rate of change in the variables. So the at second stage, the value of MRT is 10 is to 1. It means producer is sacrificing 10 units of wheat in order to produce one more unit of X good. At second stage, this ratio is 20 is to 1. At third stage, this ratio is 30 is to 1. And at fourth stage, this ratio is 40 is to 1. It means at every stage, at every level, producer is sacrificing more and more unit of wheat production on the production of cloth. It means instead of producing wheat, the producer is opting the production of second good, that is cloth. So the rising value of this MRT indicates the concave shape of the production possibility curve that we have shown in the graphical presentation. As we have plotted good y wheat on y-axis and good x on x-axis, that is cloth. After plotting these combinations 10, 0, 90 and 1, 70 and 2, 40 and 3 and 0, 4, we have received a shape of PPC which is termed as concave shape of production possibility curve transformation line. The area indicated by the arrows that fall in the value of production of Y good in order to produce more of X good is indicated by these down marked arrows, and these arrows are increasing their size one after the another. These increasing size of arrows are showing the increasing value of MRT. So due to the increasing value of MRT, that is 10, 20, 30 and 40, for additional 1 unit of good X, indicating the concave shape of production possibility curve.